Hey guys, welcome back and
Happy New Year!
we're done with 2020. Hopefully 2021 is gonna be better. Today, this video is just kind of getting a little personal, you know? I'm gonna show you what a reflection of my 2020 and then how I make goals for 2021. And I also want to help you. So if you don't know like where to start or how to put a goal or what goals to even do, because sometimes you're like, I don't even know what goals I want. I just want to help you and like how I do it and hopefully it helps you. I'm gonna go each month, how the month went. So let's get started. So many people have already said this, but 2020 was a mess. That's obvious. You just don't want to repeat it again. We're done with that, right? We're in 2021. Today's January 1st, the first day of 2021. Reflect on this to see what I learned. That's just gonna be like a quick review, and then we're gonna get to like the 2021 goal. First, I'm on my Snap, and I'm gonna go all the way back to January. 2019 ended well. I really thought that was my worst year, but 2020 has to be.
Toughest year.
But I did learn a lot. January, I could say overall was like a confusing month, but it ended good. And then March to now has to be one big clump of mess, blessings. It was just a bunch. I got to stay home, which I've been wanting to stay home. I've been wanting to transfer. I got to transfer university. I got to be with my family. That's what I wanted. I think that was the blessing of the pandemic for me. Obviously, outward, like how we see it, everything was just a mess. That's all I could say. But I did learn a lot. And one thing I could say that from all of like 2020 that I learned is just because of the pandemic and the reason that I stayed for this semester, I learned so much about myself. I know that's cliche. I know what I want, like what I like to eat, where I want to go. I'm making decisions of having one thing in my head. I also learned how to stop impulse shopping, because that's like a problem. If I see something and I didn't plan to buy it, I'll buy it. But you know what? It's just gonna get better from now. But I just learned so many things. One thing I tried to do this year was, I think October 4th or October 13th, something that was 80 days until the year was over. So it was 80 days till today. I wanted to do this thing I saw on TikTok. There's like this challenge, an 80-day transformation. So you could write goals that you can do in 80 days. It could be like body goals, school, mental goals, everything, and physical goals. So I was like, I'm gonna write down goals that I can do, like physical goals that I can achieve from 80 days. So I started working out. Me and my sister started going to the gym. I've always been active, but I haven't been like consistent to the gym, and I wanted to actually started lifting weight. Like I wanted to start lifting weights and started small, but then I want to get advanced eventually. So you know, I bought protein shake, I bought all of that just to gain muscle. And my weight goal was, at the beginning of quarantine, I was 121. I already started trying to gain weight, but my goal was 140. I had hair goals, I had face, everything. I had school goals. Oh wow, it's nothing. It's not on my hands. It's foundation, body, hair, like everything I wanted. I had those goals. Those are my 80-day transformation goals. But I didn't do it because I saw another TikTok. There's this person, she's a psychologist, and she said there's this thing called physical goals and there's this thing called value goals. So physical goals is I want to lose 5 pounds, or like I want to gain 20 pounds. I want my hair to grow an inch. You list it. Once you have physical goals, which I've been doing physical goals forever. Each year, I love making goals because I just love achieving. It's like I want more. So it's like I'm not satisfied when I do physical goals, but value goals is like to be more kind, to take care of my body more, like to make it more of a lifestyle and like adjust to it. And I want more of that. I feel like that will be more meaningful because it's not like, what else? Like I get to 140 pounds, I'm muscular, I'm like, what else? I think value goals are way better than physical goals. I'm not saying physical goals are bad. Sometimes it's better to have physical goals for certain things. As an overall goal, value goals would just fulfill you more, I feel like. Oh, another thing that inspired me to write for your 2021 goal is the movie Soul. It's on Disney Plus and it just came out. So basically the movie Soul is about this guy. His name is Joe Gardner. Good memory, right? He has a passion for jazz and he was on the earth, but like that's all he wanted, like to perform at this like place though his whole life. Jazz, like everything else like didn't really do anything. And then he falls, slips, and then he goes to a place, this other realm. And so he goes there, there's a bunch of souls, and they become mentors. And so basically, I don't want to ruin it. I really suggest you guys watch it. He's a mentor for this soul. Basically, there's lost souls. And those lost souls, like, I don't have a purpose on here on earth, you know? It's just like, it goes deep into like, what's your purpose here on earth? So you can base that off of your goal of like what you want. If you want to like bless other people's lives, or like you want to help others, whatever you want to do in life. That movie inspired me. and I feel like it'll inspire you too. So you might be asking, how can I start my goals? That transitions to my 2021 goals, and I want to help you. So your 2021 goals too. I wrote down how you can think of goals of like every aspect of your life. My major is exercise science. It's like, it's not only about exercise, it's like mental exercise, motivation, everything. They go deep into it. The next thing I'm about to say, I literally had this, I got tested on this 4 times. And what I'm gonna tell you is called 8 components of wellness. I literally had this for like 4 tests. It just kept coming up. I literally know by memory. There's 8 components. So you have physical, emotional, social, spiritual, financial, occupational, intellectual, environmental. That's 8. I thought I forgot it. So those aspects of your life, if you have a goal for each, it like puts you together, puts you in the middle, helps you. Basically, that's it. It helps me. It's like I make a goal for each part. Write it down and check on it as you go like through the year. Or you can make a vision board, put it there so you can see it every day. I'm gonna start with physical because it's physical. You can see it first. Everybody wants to look better. Body goals, obviously. Working out, taking care of your body. That can be a certain way how you could do it. Do you go to the gym? For my 2021 goal, advance in weightlifting. I just want to become stronger for my health. So whatever your goals are, write it down. Keep writing it down. It's so much easier to achieve. Another physical goal can be your diet, obviously. Diet should be first before even like exercise. Your diet should be 80% and then working out should be 20%. Even if you want a certain body image, a certain body look, diet is the most important. So drinking your water.
If you want to be healthy, this is the starter. Drink more water.
Incorporate everything, like not strict diet. I don't have a strict diet. I just try to balance as much as I can. And your last physical thing I wrote is basically hygiene. So taking care of yourself, your hair, your body, consistent routine, weekly routine, face, body, weekly routine, taking care of yourself, smelling good. That's a big thing for me. Lip gloss break. The next one is emotional. And emotional is basically mental health, protecting your peace. It's okay to have emotions. What you can do for your mental health, journaling, your faith, like reading the Bible. That's next. But basically that incorporates with this too. Staying stable, having something. So whenever you're going through crisis, like you could go back to your mind, whatever your goals are for that part, for your mental health, protecting your peace. So anything that bothers you. I feel like the 8 components all go together. So protecting your peace is having a good environment. But there's also a component for environment. Whatever you surround, whatever you watch, anything. Like if you compare yourself to a person on Instagram, block them, mute them. You don't have to unfollow them if you don't want to. Not seeing it, not seeing people as competition. Whatever you're having problems with, writing that down. The last thing is it's okay to have emotions. So not keeping things bottled up. I journal all the time. I pray. I do my devotion. I started limiting what I watch. The number one thing, especially during the pandemic, I know everybody is struggling somehow, sometime with emotional because nobody saw this coming.
Mental health is very important.
Connecting to the emotional part. Social goals you could do is limiting social media, talking to your family, friends, keeping up with them, meeting new people. Those are basically the 3. So you can make goals for all of them. Limit social media or go on and more to like, you know, pursue your art or anything like that. You can meet people through that. When I started posting dance videos, I met so many more people that like dance and they'll connect you. Another thing is, you know, having too much social media is really draining, and I know that too. I've been limiting how much time I go on social media. You can make goals for that. Unfollowing a lot of people. You can even start a new slate like of Instagram or deleting like pictures or having a new layout. If you have like this passion for a certain artistic thing, make a new page, start over for this year. Whatever you can do, you can meet more people, whatever passion you have. Keeping up with family of friends that, you know, that care about you. That's gonna be one of my goals. The pandemic, everybody was just being quiet because at the beginning I really thought it's gonna end. They're like, oh, it'll end. And no, you never know. FaceTiming, calling them, making them more important, meeting new people. Okay, that's out of these 8 components. I feel like social is my worst. So I am an INFJ, so that personality, and you could take the personality test, the 16 personalities. It helps you get to know yourself better. Basically, I'm an introvert, so I don't really go out. I know I'm like very like hyper and everything. Here is because I'm in a room by myself. I'm not a person to be like, I won't join other people's conversation. Like,
Oh, hey, like I like that. I'm a dancer. Like we should be friends.
I'm not that type. I'm the type to stand back, watch. I need to work on it, like meeting new people, to just do it. Okay, environmental. And when you think of environmental, it's not like, you know, it's not always about recycling. There's other things. So The first thing, obviously, environmental recycling. If you see, just doing better for the environment and just like not wasting. And then another environmental is like for your mental health. So I already talked about this, but your environment, where you're at, is it helping you grow? Like what you can do about that, the friends you choose, people, the conversations you have, the things you watch on YouTube, whenever you're alone, how you're spending your time. And then the last thing is like cleaning up your space, your room, wherever you're at, your bathroom, like having weekly routine, just cleaning up your space so it's like it's never like not organized and then it just messes your head, especially when school starts. For those of you who have school or jobs or anything like that, to not give you more stress. So your environment should just help you, others help, animals, like anything. And then the next one is intellectual. So intellectual is like learning more. So whenever you have the opportunity to learn. When I think of school, I cringe. School, sitting down, especially with Zoom, this is not, I have this thing, you can ask anyone that knows me, I daydream. So someone has to stop me. I can sit down and daydream for hours. So sometimes I attend classes Zoom, stare at one space the whole class. I'm not talking about like actual Zoom class in school. Yes, to learn with school, like to pay attention as much as possible, because I know some things we learn, I'm like, I'm never gonna use this at all, but it's just good to know. Pay attention more, learn to listen. So this next one is very important to me. Out of all these 8, I'd put this one first. So this one is spiritual. As I mentioned, I am a Christian and I'm just trying to grow my faith as much as I can. For your spiritual, what you can do, how you can grow. So whatever your faith is, your spirituality, anything, stay strong in that. Do that, making small goals. My goals are a full-on devotion in the morning to start my day, and then praying at night, even when I have classes. Getting up just for 15 minutes, not even that much. Praying all the time. Those are my goals. All my worries, everything, especially this year, I just give it to God. No, it seems like I have it to give. Yeah, don't. Make your faith in the middle, and then everything will align. And especially if you stick through it. Whatever your goals are, writing those things down. If that's not your thing, if you don't know, I don't even know what my spirituality is. I mean, if you don't, then you don't, but I encourage you. If you don't know, get to know God. That's for the spirituality. The last thing is financial / occupational. Financial is what it sounds like. Financial, money management. So how can you get better at money management? For me, I had a problem with impulsive shopping. I rather buy clothes than food, period. If you have that same problem too, you know, how can you get to a place you can manage that? How you can make money, work hard for your money. How can you save money for the future? Having something to spend, but not spending too much of what you make. Learning to save. The last thing is with financials, to give. For church, like I attend church, Transformation Church. Tithing means giving 10% of what you get from your income. I can't say this enough. Ever since I've been doing that, I'm not saying like don't expect anything back. To give and to not expect anything back. That's another thing I also learned too. Since I've been tithing, everything has been provided for me. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you give 10%, I'm gonna give that exact same number to you. Giving not only to church, but giving to, if you see a homeless person, anyone that needs help, if someone like actually needs help comes to you, like ways to give. How can you give in small ways? It doesn't even have to be money. Food bank, to see help and go and help. Before I felt like I was more stingy. Before I was so holding on to my money. So the financial part, money management, work hard for your money and give. And so with the / occupational means like jobs, right? When you think of occupational's career, the 3 things: plan your future. Like how can you plan your future? How can you make this year? How can you go above while you're making your plans for your future? Don't stress too much about it. Literally no one knows. One thing can change and you could not even use your college degree. If you don't want to go to college and you actually have a plan, college is not really necessary. I think so. It's always good to have your degree too. It's not like
Go quit.
and then that leads to not stressing about your future. Here's some examples. Nothing is set in stone. Your hair color, you might change it. In 10 years, your clothes, the fashion. You don't even know if like 2009 peplum dresses, peplum skirt, you don't know if that'll come back. Hopefully it'll never come back. You don't know what's gonna happen in 10 years. All you can do is just like do your best and it'll lead you to where you're supposed to be. For example, Jeff Bezos, he had a degree in computer science. He didn't even plan to be an entrepreneur when he went to college. After that, he didn't even use his major. He just quit. He didn't do it. He started selling books from his garage, and then he just went on to be what he is now. He is the richest person in the world, but he wasn't planning to use his major. I hope you got some idea of what to write for your 2021 goals. Basically, that's it. I hope this helped you. I even got some more ideas. I'm like talking about it. I'm like, hopefully this helped you. And if you do have other suggestions for other videos or what you can do, or suggestions for me, more videos on anything, let me know, comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish the best for you and the goals you write. Thanks so much for watching, and if you did like it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Come again.